It's Sunday here from Schneider-Bean.com, and I wanted to hop on before the ink is dry to tell you about something that I am creating just for you. June, July, August, and September. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing this now. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something for you that I'll share with you right now. So I'm having coffee with you right now. And I'll share one of my favorite cups, Carry On Warrior. I don't know if you guys know this joke from Mom Mastery, but Joanna, if you're watching this, this is thinking of you today. So here's what I want to share, and you are absolutely the first to know if you're looking at this. There's something I've been paying attention to over the last year, and you might have seen last year I decided to work with a very small group of expats in something called the Year of Transformation. And the Year of Transformation is where you really take your life by the reins and make the changes you've been thinking about for years but haven't been able to master yourself. And I've had amazing time with my clients. It has been fantastic and such an honor to be part of the process and witness them really truly transform their lives. And watching what's been happening over the last year, I have been able to identify 4 areas of what I call quicksand. So 4 areas that are quite common in expat life where people get stuck. And quicksand isn't common, different from what you see in the movies. Normally people see quicksand in the movies and you're sinking in, you can't get out, and then you like get swamped up and you literally die. But in actuality, what I know about quicksand is that it seems harmless. You walk over it, you realize it's not like what you thought it is, and then you get sucked down slowly. And the harder you fight against it, the more deeply you get stuck. And you'll probably just be able to keep your head above so you can breathe and function, but you're stuck. And these are 4 areas of quicksand that I identified over the last year of working with my Year of Transformation clients, as well as my work anyway with expats. So these are the 4 areas, and the reason I'm sharing them with you now is because I am going to do everything in my power in the next 4 months to help you with these 4 areas. So here are the 4 areas, and they might sound familiar to you. The first one is connection with those back home. And one thing I see people struggle with is that they either have a hard time keeping connected, or once they do go back home to visit, wherever home means for you, when you go back to the people that you grew up with or your family that you love, that you struggle with people understanding you now, because obviously you're changing through every expat assignment or the longer you're away. So this idea of how do you make the most of your time when you leave where you're at right now and go back to visit your loved ones. And because I'm flying out next week on a vacation, every summer I love to share top tips with you on expat vacations. So we're going to focus on that in June. How to optimize any family trips or things that you're doing, any trips you're taking this June, July. And how do you do that? Next week we'll talk about jet lag, and we're going to have a lot of fun things coming up. But how do we do that? So I get what I want out of this time. What do I want out of the vacation? And when I'm there connecting with people, how do I make sure that we feel great when we're together? So that's what I'm dedicating June to, is connections. When you are off with your own family on vacation, or you're going back home to visit loved ones that you haven't seen in a long time. So, and I will be offering a free training at the end of June. I'll give you all the dates on this. So not only is our content going to focus on the quicksand, I'm going to offer free training for you then. Okay, next area of quicksand is what I call people are struggling with creating an expat life upgrade. You know what I'm talking about. You're not using your time well, even though you're busy. It's not on the things that mean the most to you. Maybe you want to upgrade your lifestyle in terms of your health. Maybe you have just 2 more glasses of red wine than you really want to. There are things that are going on in your life, in your body, and in your mind that you'd like to upgrade, but you're struggling with really doing it. And we're going to tackle that in July. Okay, all the negative self-talk that you have, how you can upgrade your health, how you can upgrade how you use your time. That's what we'll be talking about. That quicksand trap we're going to address in July. And again, I have training for you at the end of July to sort of kick it in for you. We're going to talk about how you can get your old confident self back. So that's what's on tap for July. August, we are going to talk about purpose. I can't tell you how many clients I talk to. They say, you know, I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. I want something meaningful, something for me, something fulfilling. And whether you're the expat assignment and you want something beyond just going to work and coming home, or you're the accompanying spouse and you've got a lovely family and relationship, but you don't have your own thing, that's what we're going to be talking about in August. And finally, in September, we are going to focus on the quicksand trap of direction. This is when you are so sick of thinking about doing what you want and you are ready to take action, but you just don't know what direction to take. And again, in September, we've got training. In addition to every week on my podcast dedicated to these topics, I'll have training for you in September. So I'm excited to share that with you. And I have to be really transparent with you. I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? Because I'm going to go to the US in June. I'll be going on a business trip to South Carolina and New York City. I'll tell you more about that when it comes closer. And then I'll be visiting one of my best friends from college in Wisconsin. Yay! And finally, I'll be coming back, you know, and be full of jet lag. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs, I get it. Being an expat and having a location-independent business is not easy. And I have just looked at what I want to do, how I want to serve you, and what I want to achieve. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I've made a ton of plans to make it happen. I'm doing the best at doing the 80-20 principle. And of course, I have support from my family along the way to make sure that I have the time to do that. So that's what's happening on this side of the world. Let me know which quicksand trap you are most interested in hearing. Remember, they are creating connections with your loved ones back home. And when you do take a big trip back, how do you make sure you make the most of it? The second one is, how do I create an expat life upgrade, whether it's on your health, your mindset? How do I really do that? Fourth one is on purpose. How do I find out what I want? And the fourth one is direction. When I'm sick of thinking about it and I'm ready to take action, but I don't know which direction to go. Tell me which trap, which area of quicksand are you stuck in, and which one are you most excited about? Before I go, quickly, if you're interested in any of these lessons, make sure that you're following my podcast, Expat Happy Hour. And if you want to make sure that you know when the trainings take place, you can go to my website at sundaebean.com, SUNDAEBEAN, and go to free resources and sign up for my newsletter, and you'll get updates automatically every week. And as well, let me just turn down my low power mode on my video. Then you'll get automatic updates. The other thing you can do is go to my Facebook Live business page, hit like, and you'll be in the feed and get the updates. So can't wait to hear from you. Take care, you guys. I'm excited to share that with you, and have a lovely day.